We have been debating all morning. The NBA just released their City Edition uniforms.
Yep.
Right? Super, super exciting. I think that they all turned out dope in the sense that they're very clean.
Yeah.
Like they're all very clean. Like none of them are like, that's garbage.
Yeah.
Right? Having said that, some are definitely better than others. So we have ranked the entire City Edition lineup, all 30 teams, bottom to the very, very top.
Yeah. And 4 of the teams were not released yesterday, like officially.
Exactly.
So I had to get on my
your Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, I was gonna just like do a hacker, more of a cooler thing.
Guy.
But
Matrix, all the
yeah.
Oh, you know who it is? It's the guy from The Hangover with the beard
Who plays poker.
Who plays poker. That's what Bucket sees when he opens up a computer screen. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's way above our grasp. So I stopped trying to figure it out a long time ago.
Okay.
So let's jump right into this. I'm going to start at 30. We're going to work our way up to number 1. Buckets and I debated on this for quite some time. Starting at number 30, Chicago, Dallas, Orlando, Cleveland, and that one hurts me because Braun, Houston, Atlanta, San Antonio, Memphis, Phoenix, Detroit. So that's 30 through 21 right there. Again, I was disappointed with Cleveland. You know, Cleveland is one of the premier teams in the league, obviously, with LeBron. And I thought they could have done more there. I know they based it on a statue or whatever. Wasn't crazy about the colors, just wasn't crazy about the execution. Still, a clean jersey, just not quite. That was like in that bunch, that was the one where I was kind of like, eh. And then Phoenix also. I love the Phoenix retro uniforms. We both do. Those 90s, Charles Barkley, Kevin Johnson, like Dan Marley, that era.
Yeah.
Just a purple jersey. It's kind of like whatever, you know?
It's a nice shade of purple, but
It is. It's a nice color. Chicago at number 30. It just looks like stuff we've seen. It's too plain. Again, I would have liked to see the Bulls do something really cool and really dope. You have such a cool city. Chicago's an awesome city. I just thought they could have done more with that. So honestly, those are all, you can bump a few up, bump a few down. It's kind of all one and the same.
Yeah.
You can throw those all into the same laundry basket.
The bottom 10.
The bottom 10. Okay, let's move into that next tier now, going from 20 down to 11.
Yep.
So number 20, Los Angeles Clippers, Brooklyn, Sacramento, Minnesota, Miami, Denver, Toronto, OKC, Boston, and New York. Our very own New York Knicks. Now,
we had to rank honestly.
We had to rank honestly. It hurts me. Look at New York and Boston right there. Boston, I would have liked to put dead last. No, I'm just kidding. I actually like this year's Boston. Those of you who know me, you know New York, we're from New York City, so we have a little bit of animosity towards Boston teams. Having said that,
I like the team this year.
Man, Kyrie, those guys are playing, some of their young players, Tatum, Jaylen Brown. I like that Boston team. But anyways, New York and Boston, 2 cool jerseys. I love what Boston did with the parquet. From far away, you can't really see it.
How it's subtle,
It's subtle, gives it like a little bit of texture. I do like the color green.
Yeah.
I love what New York did with paying homage to the firefighters. Anybody from New York, you know that the firefighters are a little bit kind of part of the backbone of New York City. We grew up pretty close to a firehouse, and I can always remember as a little kid seeing the firefighters, and they almost felt like superheroes to me as a little kid. And if we're being honest, they are kind of superheroes. Yeah. So, I mean, these are guys that, you know, put their neck on the line. But again, just from an aesthetic thing, I couldn't quite have them in the top 10, even though I love the Knicks. You look at a uniform like Miami, really cool. I just think that South Beach colorway and that South Beach theme is a little bit played out at this point.
Yeah, a little bit.
So couldn't have them really any higher than that. That was kind of our thoughts there. So this is like the second tier.
Yeah.
Now, the third, or I guess this would be more the first tier.
Yeah.
You know, the way we're going. The cream of the crop is the 10. So this is, I'm going to put the phone down. We're going to explain each one of these a little bit more and why we picked them. Like I said, we debated a lot on this. It took a lot to get to these final spots. But so now we are going to discuss the top 10. So number 10 is the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah.
Really dope jersey. Again, from far away, looks a little bit plainer than it actually is. I love the fact. I saw on social media some people weren't too thrilled with it. I love the fact that they're paying homage to the Black Mamba.
Yeah. Oh, so cool.
If you're a Lakers fan, it doesn't get any better than Kobe Bryant.
No.
I mean,
Magic Johnson himself has said that Kobe is the best Laker.
he is the best Laker. I mean, when you look at him, I mean, of course, there was Shaquille O'Neal there. Shaq played all over the place. You have Kareem. Kareem played with the Bucks. You know, and
He is the Lakers.
Kobe Bryant, especially when you look at right now
Yeah.
and the last 20 years, what Kobe Bryant did in LA is unbelievable. And this is coming from Knicks fans. There was times in Kobe's career where I hated Kobe, but you hated him, but you have to love him on some level if you're a fan of the game of basketball. Kind of similar to Tom Brady in football and what he's done in New England. You have to respect a guy like that. So I think it's really dope that, listen, that's what we're going to theme the whole jersey. It's not some bridge. It's not some statue. It's Kobe being Bryant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you think about Kobe's last game. Me and Buckets were doing cartwheels in the living room, jumping off the side of the walls. That was so exciting to be a part of as a fan.
Tears were shed.
A couple tears were shed for Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
That's what greatness looks like. And even though I'm not a Kobe fan, even though we're not Kobe fans per se,
I respect greatness.
and we love Kobe.
Yeah.
So this jersey's fire. With the snake scales and all that, absolutely fire. Okay, that's that. Number 9 is Indiana. Again, I'm not really a fan of Indiana at all. Going back to the Reggie Miller days, I actually despise Indiana. The Pacers.
Yeah.
No,
My enemies.
Reggie Miller used to torment us. The missed finger roll from Pat Ewing down the middle of the lane. Some of you may be too young to remember that, but I cried that day. My whole family cried that day. So we remember those. So the Pacers have caused us much agony. It's a cool jersey.
Yeah.
It's a really cool jersey. It has that 80s retro feel to it where like the teams had that column down the side.
Yeah.
They gave it a little bit of flair with the speedway race car.
The
Checkered pattern. Number 8 is Washington. Cleanest jersey.
Yeah.
Exactly what Bucket said. Cleanest jersey.
Yeah.
It just proves if you do clean right, clean is good.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be all extra. It is the cleanest of the clean. See, like you look at like the Chicago jersey. Yeah, it's clean, but it's not clean enough to not have more going on.
It's not clean enough to get by on cleanliness.
Exactly. Cleanliness next to godliness. Number 7 is Charlotte. This jersey's awesome. Again, there's not a ton going on, and we've got it pulled up right here, but that neon kind of really bold pattern on the sides.
It's like it's supposed to be like iridescent wings.
Right.
Like of a hornet.
Exactly, which is really
Just
cool.
don't bite me. I'll get you.
See what you did there. Little jokey joke from Buckets. So I love how it says Buzz City on the thing. It's just a really, really cool look. The black jersey with, that neon hornet style on the side. Yeah. It's just cool. We talked about Indiana having kind of that throwback look. This is like a very modern take on the Hornet theme.
Futuristic.
Exactly. So I think that Charlotte is really, really dope. Number 6 is Portland, Rip City. Again, didn't do too much, but it's a little bit more than just like the blank slate.
Yeah.
Right? They've got to me, it's like the coolest background.
Yeah, I agree.
Right, so it's homage to their old coach who used to wear plaid suits, and who doesn't love plaid? I mean, you look at the 2 coolest things in life, material-wise, it's plaid and corduroy.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's be honest here. I mean, who are we trying to kid? What I think is smooth about it is they didn't go too crazy with colors. They
understated.
They left it. You think of Portland, you think of black and red. You close your eyes, black and red. That's what you think of. So it's a little bit understated, but it's enough to be like, oh, dope.
Yeah.
That's a nice touch.
Yeah.
So I think that they did really, really good. Again, just the lines and everything on it is awesome. Hard to mess up black and red. I think they gave it just enough spice to make it fuego.
Yeah.
Now we are cracking into the top 5 here. Number 5, though, is Golden State. I love this jersey.
Yeah.
I'm not a Golden State Warrior fan, really. I mean, they're kind of fun to watch play. That logo that they've got right in the middle with all the stuff going on.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a homage to the Chinatown there.
Yeah.
Which is really, really cool because Buckets and I were lucky enough for the Curry 1 release that Under Armour did. Well, leading up to it, I should say, Buckets and I went out to the Bay Area and we actually were in that very Chinatown.
We were staying in Chinatown.
We were staying in Chinatown, and so it was really, really cool. So we got a nice feel for it. In New York City, where we're from, we're very familiar with Chinatown. I went to high school just a few blocks from Chinatown, so on the Lower East Side. And so I think that whole culture, and I just think it's a really dope theme behind it. But then just forget about all that. The aesthetics of it, it looks cool.
The color,
all the colors. But it's definitely one of the coolest jerseys. And I think that they executed it perfectly. It's got all these different colors going on, but it works well. Nothing is clashing. It's really, really dope.
Yeah.
Number 4 is New Orleans. New Orleans. I never know how to say it, but apologies to the people down there if I'm butchering that. But first of all, I like purple.
Yeah.
We both like purple. It's done really, really well. It kind of has that throwback Utah Jazz feel to it.
Well, it's because the Jazz started obviously in New Orleans,
right,
as an expansion team or whatever, and it's
exactly
got the whole Mardi Gras
feel to it.
Yeah.
Shouts to Pistol Pete, by the way. Anyways, I love the stripes down the side. I love the purple. I love the yellow. I love the white. It's just everything looks really, really good about it. Number 3 goes to Utah, the Utah Jazz.
Yep.
I think it's so cool how you think of Utah Jazz, you think of the purple and the yellow. You don't think of anything like this type of color scheme. You might think of this type of color with a Phoenix.
Yeah.
Something like that, but definitely not with Utah. It's based on the sunsets and the landscape out there in Utah, which I have been to Utah. It is amazingly beautiful. At the end of the day, theme this and theme that and what it's based on.
How cool does it look?
The colors, how cool those colors are put together. I just love the gradient of it.
But how it's not a smooth gradient.
Exactly.
It's like a bar, bang. So it's kind of retro, but it's like super new age, in my opinion.
Exactly. What Bucket said, I couldn't agree more. Love the colors, love how they blocked it off, and I just think it's very, very spicy.
Oh, I was going to say, muy picante.
Muy picante. Spicy tings over here. Spicy tings. Number 2, Philadelphia. Philadelphia. This is, again, really, really clean, really, really retro looking, but with enough pizzazz. It's just awesome. Talk about Philadelphia a little bit and how you...
Well, it's cool. The themes are cool. The stories that they tell are cool. The story that this is telling is obviously there's the parchment,
right,
which is like the Declaration of Independence. Yep. That's why the cursive is on there. And then, the story is cool, but how good does it look in the end?
The aesthetic is definitely above all else.
Yeah.
Like, how does it look when you just glance at it? Forget about someone giving you a history lesson and the Declaration of Independence and Benjamin Franklin. Okay, what does it look like?
Yeah.
Although it's not as bold and spicy as the Utah or the New Orleans or the Golden State, it's so clean, that red, white, and blue. I love the cursive.
Yeah.
I love the cursive. I love how it looks. I love that it's not like just a stark white.
Yeah.
That it is that parchment look to it. It's like super, super retro. Like we're talking about
1776.
We're talking about 407 years ago. We're talking super retro. So, but it turned out amazing. Number 1, numero uno. If you've been scratching things off the list or paying attention, by process of elimination, maybe you know what number 1 is. If you don't, if you do, you can say it with us to yourself. But number 1 is Milwaukee. That's right, the Milwaukee Bucks. This jersey is bananas. As soon as I saw it, I was like, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Right? Because a lot of them we talked about how it could interchangeable, whatever.
This one's not interchangeable.
Milwaukee
It is the hands down number one.
Milwaukee is hands down my favorite. Cream City, cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Shouts to Wu-Tang. This is, it's the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Pun intended, I guess. I love that cream color. I love the Bucks logo in general. We both love the Bucks logo. I love the stripes, kind of like a modern mix. I think the teams that nailed it best took some elements of retro and took some elements of modern and mixed them together and executed it really, really nicely.
Yeah.
The teams who kind of missed the mark didn't do that, at least for us. Of course, this is all opinion, but this Milwaukee uniform it's ridiculous.
It's fire.
It is ridiculous. Every single jersey is dope.
Yeah.
Every single jersey is clean, but everything is relative. You look at the bottom 10 compared to like the top 5 and this Milwaukee jersey specifically, and they're not even in the same league. So, man, Antetokounmpo, Coast blocks a shot on the back. One dribble goes the length of 3 courts, dunks on some guy sitting in the 20th row. So that's it. There you have it. 30-1, 1-30, the entire NBA City Edition uniform
by Nike.
Bam. There it is. I mean, I'm so excited about these. I think they're really, really cool. So thank you for watching. We really, really appreciate you. Leave a comment below. Let us know what your favorite jersey is. Let us know what your top 3 are, top 5. However, do 1-30 if you want. However many you want to rank. Love to hear from you. I saw some stuff on Twitter. I saw some stuff on social media, kind of as far as how other people felt about things. I know a lot of people like the Lakers. I saw a lot of people who like the Utah jersey. Yeah. So leave a comment below and let us know how you feel. Whenever it comes to something like this, it's always good to hear from you all. So that is all I have. Anything else from you? That is it. Finn. This is Buckets, the silence behind the violence. I am Foamy, and we are out of here. Well, and I think that's where some of them missed the mark, honestly. Yeah. Like you look at like a Phoenix, it's just, give us more. Phoenix is such a cool city. Arizona is such a cool place. Give us more. Yeah. Give us some cactus, sunset, coyote howling at the moon before the moon is even up. That's what I want to see. I want to see Wile E. Coyote running off a cliff, slamming through a wall with just on the back of the jersey, go straight Looney Tune.
Oh, like a hole?
Exactly. Go straight Looney Tune with it, So